is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the monthly transit results for the upcoming month of November. So guys, after witnessing so many sudden, surprising, catastrophic events in this month of October, we all are somehow very much looking forward to a relief in this upcoming month of November, because guys, as it happens above so happens below. So if the whole world has witnessed these kind of sudden events, I'm very much sure that God forbid, but a lot many amongst us would have also witnessed some sort of sudden surprising events in their personal lives as well. And guys, when it comes down to this next month of November, so definitely for all the Hindu believers, we will be celebrating our most auspicious festival of lights, festival of Diwali next month. So definitely a lot of us are very excited. For me, it's like I will be visiting back my like hometown, my family in India after like almost 5 years of time. So we all are very excited for this upcoming month of November. And in this video, astrologically, we will try to understand that basis the planetary shift, planetary movements, planetary conjunction, what kind of results they will be indicating for all the rising signs. So guys, before we will get into the customized results, let's first try to understand that how planets are going to be shifting in this month. So guys, to begin with, the relief is that finally Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion. So guys, as you know that Saturn, which is currently transiting in its own Mool Trikona sign of Aquarius, and when Saturn will be back in its direct motion on November 4th, it will definitely be a sigh of relief for lot many people. Like the way guys, I always say this thing that Saturn in other zodiac signs, definitely Saturn will not leave its innate nature of making you work hard, but somehow when it comes down to the Aquarius, somehow Saturn tend to remain in a position to bestow good results as well. After that guys, during this month, Venus is going to be getting into debilitation as well, like from like November 3rd till November 29th. Most of the time in this month, Venus is going to be debilitated, being transiting in the Virgo sign. But again guys, because if you know the whole significance of the festival of lights Diwali, during that time, if you will do any of the worship connected to the goddess Lakshmi, that will be a very good way of like invoking the energy of the goddess of wealth, love and relationship in your life. After that guys, definitely Mercury is going to be transiting in the Scorpio sign as well. So from like till November 5th, Mercury is going to be transiting in the Libra, and from November 6th till November 26th, Mercury is going to be transiting in the Scorpio sign. So now the whole planetary shift from the Libra is now going to be shifting in the Scorpio sign. After that guys, definitely Rahu and Ketu would have already shifted in the month of October only in the Pisces and the Virgo. So that in itself means that Jupiter is going to be in its good and strongest dignity to manifest some very good results. And lastly guys, and the most important, Sun and Mars very close. These two planets, like at the mid of this month only, Sun and Mars are going to be shifting to the Scorpio sign. So definitely guys, like the way you know this thing that whatsoever happened in this month of October, which witnessed lot many sudden surprising events, of which a lot has to do with when the planets were conjunct in the Libra, and because of the influence of Ketu over there. Now with planets shifting their base in the Scorpio, and Mars from the Scorpio giving its fourth aspect to the transiting Saturn, Saturn coming out of its retrograde motion, so it looks like that after facing all these turmoils, after facing all these like solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse, November, whether from the global events point of view, whether from in our personal life point of view as well, this month will definitely be a sigh of relief, a month of transformation, growth and prosperity for lot many rising signs. So okay guys, now we will briefly look at all the rising signs, that what this month's energy is promising for all of us. So guys, to start first with the Aries rising natives. So guys, in only one area I'm seeing you guys vulnerable, that there is definitely a lot of energy which is going in the matters of your relationship and your commercial decision making, because as you can see that your 7th house lord is going to be debilitated in the 6th house of yours, and after that too many planets are going to be concentrated in the 8th house. So I would say that pertaining to the matters of the partnership, relationship, there will be a sense of surprise for lot many Aries Lagna natives. Now guys, when I say surprise, it does not have to be only negative or bad or unpleasing events. There could be some sudden surprise sequence of events which could land you at a better state in your relationship status as well. Because guys, you cannot even overlook this fact that now your ninth house lord Jupiter is going to be devoid of the negative effect of the Rahu transiting in your first house. And guys, the good part over here is that because your 10th house lord Saturn is now going to be in a direct motion in your 11th house. So I'm very much sure that pertaining to the matters of your like professional rewards, recognition, or let's say for example from the past couple of months, if you have been finding yourself struck in any given situation, this month will prove to be very game changer, very progressive for you. Ninth house lord transiting in the first house, this is also very good energy for your health related matters as well. Success and progress in your professional front, getting in touch with important people is all are on the cards for lot many Aries Lagna natives. And also guys, because as you can see that your 5th house lord, ascendant lord, they all are going to be transiting from the 8th house. So nothing could be better than that. If you're professionally operating in the domain of the 8th house, you're working as an astrologer, you're working as an insurance agent, or like rather I would say that if you are in any capacity right now in any crossroad in your life, where you are planning to migrate to a new country, get into a new business, start a new job, or get into a new house. So I would say that in any capacity, any transformative events, if that is getting applicable in your life, or you are forecasting for taking those decisions in the month of like I would say November. So the month's energy overall seems to be very positive, very supportive, very favorable for all the Aries Lagna natives. Now guys, moving ahead now for all the Taurus Lagna natives. So guys, in your case now, as you can see that finally Saturn, your Yog Karaka planet, is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 10th house. So one thing is for sure that let's say for example in your professional matters, if you have been finding yourself struck from the past couple of months, things will definitely take a change for your betterment this month for sure. Second thing is that guys, because now as you can see that lot many planets are going to be getting concentrated in your 7th house. So I would say that guys, pertaining to the matters of the relationship or taking a leap forward, taking a next step pertaining to the matters of relationship and all, the month is actually creating a very positive, very favorable energy for the Taurus Lagna natives. Like the way guys, as you can see that now your air houses are in a very strengthened state. Rahu, which is a very favorable planet for you, is going to be transiting in its good dignity in your 11th house, and with Sun and with Mars, Mercury, they all transiting in your 7th house. So I would say that pertaining to the matters of your commercial decision making, enhancement of reputation, and for all those people who have been single or getting into a matrimonial alliances and all of that, pertaining to that matters, the month is creating a very favorable energy. Now guys, in your case, just because during this month your ascendant lord is going to be little bit weak, transiting in your 5th house. So a lot many Taurus Lagna natives might find themselves little bit confused while taking any important decision. Second thing is that guys, now because as you can see over here, that 5th house is also the house of your romantic relationship, artistic creative pursuit. This is also the house of your academics as well. So I would say that pertaining to all these matters, like let's say for example if you are a student, you have to write any competitive exam, you have to make any important selection of your subjects, or your college, university, you have to take an important decision, or you chiefly primarily you work in the stock market, trading and all. So I would say that over there, degree and sense of conviction, confidence, drive, motivation is needed, because whenever ascendant lord gets weak, and in your case it gets debilitated in your 5th house only, 5th house which is the house of our mind. So a lot many times in these kind of alignments and scenarios, people have to deal with their own negative thinking, negative thought process only. So yes guys, I would say that the strength of this month is that for networking, opportunity, and a release in your professional blockage. This month is very favorable for you. And pertaining to the matters of some sort of disappointments in the romantic relationship, or for students they might have to work hard, so this is what the theme of this month is for all the Taurus Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Gemini Lagna natives, so guys, in your case now, definitely as you can see that planets are now actually taking a positive turn in your favor. First of all guys, in your case, because Saturn is a very favorable planet for you, and now Saturn is finally coming out of its retrograde motion in your ninth house. So let's say for example, any of the matters of your immigration or visa related concerns, or let's say for example any of those areas where you're trying to get admission into any of the foreign universities and all. So in all these areas, if you have been facing any backlog, any delays, any struggle, you will definitely find the kind of clarity which you have been seeking. Second thing is that guys, because now in this month planets are somehow getting concentrated in your sixth house. Now definitely guys, Mars is not a very favorable planet for you, but important thing over here is that the kind of environment which is getting created in your sixth house, and second thing is that your ascendant lord is a part of that, your third house lord is a part of that. So yes guys, I'm very much sure that if during this month you have to write any competitive exam, during this month if you are seeking for any of the loan related concerns and all, so things will work out in your favor. Any of the matters of lawsuit or health related concern, if you professionally working in this area, or you are seeking clarity or any justice in this area, this month will prove to be a game changer for you. Also guys, the only concern over here is that because the way planets are behaving, so a lot many Gemini Lagna native will be very quick to, you know, what do you call that, raised hackles. So very quick to get provoked, very quick to get agitated, feeling insecure, and not much of the harmony in the domestic life, because as you can see that Venus is going to be staying debilitated in your fourth house. So yes guys, my recommendation is that do not indulge too much into luxury during this month, because this is what the yoga is promising. I'm very much sure that for all the Hindu believers and followers, they might find this statement very weird, because this is the month of Diwali, this is the month of actually splurging into extravagant gifts and shopping and all of that. But the thing over here is that do not go overboard, because if you are going to be seeking happiness in the tangible material things, you might not able to find it, because as you can see all these luxurious items, conveniences, comforts we generally see from the fourth house, and Venus is debilitated over there, it is not in a very good dignity. So that means no matter how much you will burn a hole in your pocket, because sixth house is getting very accentuated, still that happiness will be lacking. So rather than try to get more deeper into the human touch and trying to find happiness in all that front, doing yoga, meditation will be very much recommended. Any of the important decision pertaining to the matters of the like I would say that any decoration in the house which we have to do, this is the month of Diwali, but do not splurge too much. That is something which I want to say over here. And also guys, as you can see over here that your third house lord is actually transiting in your sixth house. So yes guys, pertaining to the matters of all those like marketing professionals, sales professionals, self-employed people, freelance people, so you will be very competitive, you will be very fierce, and you will be able to you know, if you are eyeing for more client share or more client acquisition, so regarding all that front, like the way I mentioned this thing, working very hard with complete conviction regarding that front, this month is actually creating a very favorable energy. And the good part over here is that guys, because this month is actually going to be turning the wheel in your favor, because your ninth house lord, ninth house is the house of your bhagya, of your luck. So lately if you have been feeling that in whichever thing you put your hands or whichever you go, luck is not supporting you that much. So now with Saturn coming out of its retrograde motion in your ninth house, planets concentrated in your sixth house, this is overall a energy of strength, conviction, confidence, and finding success in majority of your pursuit. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Cancer Lagna natives, so guys, in your case now definitely things are gonna take a positive turn for you a lot in your favor, because guys, whenever planets get strengthened in the fifth house, I always say this thing, we always say this thing that the trine houses are very important. Ascendant definitely is important. Ninth house is the house of divine grace and your luck, your travels. But fifth house in a way is the most important because our mind operates from the fifth house. Divinity, divine grace, and moreover this is also the house of the recreational aspect. So I would say that for happiness or taking some important decision or in any capacity, if the fifth house related matters are getting applicable in your life right now, you are an artist, you have to release any important work, you are a student, you have to write any competitive exam. So I would say that if in any capacity, fifth house is getting applicable in your case right now. And also guys, because as you can see that Mars is your Yokarka planet. Mars is your 10th house lord as well. And 10th house lord getting so strengthened in the fifth house. So let's say for example, if during this time you are heading any important business project, you are heading any important corporate project of yours, or you are in that crossroad from job to business, business to job, joining a new firm, or in any capacity, if you give advice to people, so I would say that this is going to be a very favorable month for lot many Cancer Lagna natives. So yes guys, that is all what I can say, that a lot many Cancer Lagna natives will be in a good state to, in a good mind to take some right decision. And even if someone else will come to you, you will also be able to show right guidance to others as well. And yes guys, because as you know that fifth house also tells about that recreational aspect as well. So for entertainment, enjoyment, finding happiness, this month is creating a very favorable energy. Now guys, the second thing is that because as you can see that definitely Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 8th house. So nothing could be better than that if because Saturn is a planet of delays, of disappointment, struggle, in only capacity where Saturn can actually prove to be very fruitful, or the only way the Cancer Lagna natives they can constructively utilize the energy of Saturn is only if they devote themselves to the devotion, spirituality, sadhana, meditation. So because guys, in your case, Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in the 8th house. So first of all, to begin with, let's say for example, if you are professionally working in the field of the 8th house, anything to do with the astrology, spirituality, insurance, revenue, joint resources, all those people can definitely get benefited. And guys, the good part over here is that because if fifth house tells about the way your mind function, eighth house is also very important house of some deep thinking, deep unspoken emotions, research, explorative mind of yours. So if in any capacity you are connected with the fields of research, exploration, innovation, manufacturing, this month will prove to be very favorable for you. Now guys, the only concern over here is that during this month, Venus at the major portion of this month is going to be debilitated in your 3rd house. So no matter how much you will be try to please people around you, you will not be able to or you will not be able to receive, or other people will not reciprocate with equal level of enthusiasm, happiness, or gratitude towards your gestures. So do only that much where you are not pinning up too much or high expectations from people around you. So yes guys, that is all what I can say for the Cancer Lagna natives. But the good part is that for taking some very substantial important decision, finding happiness on the account of your progeny, children and all, this month is creating a very favorable energy. Now guys, for all the Leo Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case now, as you can see that lot many planets during this month, including your ascendant lord, your Yokarka planets, are getting conjunct in your 4th house. So that in itself means that in any capacity you are in public service, this month could be very important for you. Second thing is that guys, now Saturn finally is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 7th house. So definitely guys, I only have good things to say during this month. Let's say for example, you are in your own business, lately from the past couple of months you have some sort of misunderstanding with your partner, or some important deals or projects got struck at the last minute, or you got embroiled in any sort of controversy. Because guys, definitely because the whole energy of this month of October was filled with this whole chaos happening in the Libra. which in your case was happening in your third house. So a lot many things if have gone wrong, it might have happened because of your own wrong headstrong actions only. But this month will prove to be a very game changer in so many front for you. So guys, now only one way where I'm seeing lot many Leo Lagna natives vulnerable during this month is because your Venus, your 10th house lord is going to be getting debilitated in your second house. So this is getting more applicable for people who are like freelance, self-employed people, daily wage people and all. So over there a lot many people might not be rewarded financially as per their talent. Like let's say for example, if during this month only you are in a job and you have to finalize any of the new position and you are still struck on right set of package or remuneration for you. So any of the concerns of remuneration during this month is going to be a sensitive matter for the Leo Lagna natives. So again guys, it all depends on in which capacity. Let's say for example you offers services on a very big level. So the kind of clauses in the package, in the services, terms and conditions, everything needs to be determined or decided on a very crystal clear way. That is the one thing which I want to say. 10th house lord getting debilitated in the second house is not a very good energy. Also guys, a lot many like Leo Lagna natives might end up spending a lot of money just to please people in their domestic life. But again guys, the good part about this month is that no matter how much you will end up spending or kind of burning a hole in your pocket just in order to please people around you, which will be people who are close to you, but the good part over here is that this month will definitely churn up the wheel in your favor, and lot many commercial opportunities, success, reward, acknowledgement is on the cards, specifically for those people who are in the public domain. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Virgo Lagna natives. So guys, in your case definitely now as you can see that to begin with, Saturn, an important planet for you, is going to be finally coming out of its retrograde motion in your sixth house. So yes guys, to begin with, let's say for example, if in your line of work lately you have been feeling that the much hard work you do, it does not get acknowledged by your co-workers, by your bosses, or lately if there have been some health related concerns which you have been battling with, dealing with any of the credit, loan or lawsuit related concerns, definitely over there is going to be a very sudden sense of clarity which you will experience during this month. Second thing is that guys, now because too many planets are now getting concentrated in your like third house, where your ascendant lord is a part of that, your 12th house lord is a part of that. So one thing is for sure guys, that whether you're a freelance person or self-employed person, or you work in the fields of sales, media, marketing, touring business, commission business, brokerage business and all, this month will definitely prove to be a very important for a lot many Virgo Lagna natives. Now guys, the good part over here is that whenever third house get empowered, we also able to amass the support from people around us. Now whether this could be your siblings, this could be your friends and all. So people around you, or you will be able to materialize right set of support in your favor. So yes guys, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. The only concern is that, and guys over here as well I want to say this thing, because definitely Venus is going to be getting debilitated major portion of this month. But whenever a planet is transiting from the first house, it hardly matters whether a planet is debilitated, it's exalted, agitated, somehow planet influences the personality with its flavors. So I would say that definitely there will be a lot of charm and feel good factor which a lot many Virgo Lagna natives will experience. Let's say for example, if in your line of work, if experiencing all those favors, hospitality from people around you, if that is possible, you will get a chance to experience that. And also guys, for all those people who are in public domain or giving too many presentation, public speaking, if that is an integral part of your line of work, then definitely the transit of Venus from your first house will prove to be very favorable for you. Now guys, for all the Libra rising natives, so guys, in your case the month will start on a very good note because your Yokarka planet Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 5th house. Now guys, as you know that whenever planets are strengthened in the 5th house, they somehow facilitates very far-sighted vision, very right set of decision making, very progressive thought process. So regarding that front, let's say for example, if you are professionally operating in the fields of the fifth house, anything to do with art, entertainment, creativity, children, or like giving advices to people and all, so I would say that the Saturn's transition will prove to be very fortunate for you. Second thing is that guys, during this month, lot many Libra Lagna natives will experience a bone of contention, in a way that now there is no denying that some of the important planets are going to be getting concentrated in your second house, like your seventh house lord, your ninth house lord, and your 11th house lord. They all are going to be transiting from your second house. But guys, the concern over here is that your ascendant lord is going to be transiting from your 12th house. So a lot many Libra Lagna natives will definitely remain very lucky in kind of having more financial inflow, but the money will keep on going out, or spending and expenses will be equally high this month for the Libra Lagna natives. So yes guys, if I were to say, the good part over here is that finally that pressure of Ketu transiting from your first house, and so many planets which have lately just passed from your first house, so a big burden will be get lifted up from your head during this month. And I would say that for anything to do with enjoyment, recreational aspect, spending quality time with your family, with your loved ones, and like the way guys, I've been seeing this thing that finally now Rahu would have like left your seventh house. Jupiter is left alone to manifest some very good results. So yes guys, with Saturn coming out of its retrograde motion and Jupiter left alone to do good in your seventh house, whether we talk about your commercial interest, whether we talk about your matrimonial concerns, or anything to do with your public image as well, this month will prove to be very fortunate, very favorable for the Libra Lagna natives. My recommendation is that guys, because your ascendant lord is going to be weak in the 12th house, so specifically around the time of the Diwali, worship of the goddess Lakshmi will become very important for you, and timely donations and charities will be very much recommended for the Libra Lagna natives. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Scorpio Lagna natives, so guys, definitely this month belongs to you, with lot many planets getting concentrated in your first house. Guys, I do not have any hesitation to say this thing, that with so much of the turmoil, chaos taking place in the Libra, which in your case falls in your 12th house, so count your blessings if in the last month, like in the month of October, you did not get embroiled in any false allegations, scam, or like anything to do with false allegations and all. So now guys, the good part over here is that now all the planets are now leaving your 12th house, and they all will be now coming to your first house, your ascendant lord, your 10th house lord, sun as well. So one thing is for sure, that this is going to be your chance to reclaim your lost territory. This is going to be the right time for you to give your version of story. If you have been in any of the victimized situation, this month will definitely give you the right set of launchpad and platform to clean your name from any of those allegations. Second thing is that guys, definitely Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your fourth house, which is a very important house for people who are connected with the public service. And I would say that definitely if you are operating in the fields of construction, real estate as well, so this month will prove to be very fortunate for you. Like let's say for example, if you have been finding yourself struck, any of the important projects of yours have been lately struck, you will also find a clarity over there as well. And also guys, the only one concern I have for this month is that your Venus, your 7th house lord, is going to be getting debilitated in your 11th house. So if being put forth in a situation that, let's say for example, lately you have been single, or not lately, for long you have been single, and suddenly someone enters your life, or suddenly you get introduced to someone, so do not be very quick to come to any conclusion, or just falling in love head over heels. So these kind of situation, and like in those situation, you have to be realistic, you have to be grounded, you have to be practical. And also guys, lot of your energy will get drained in order to please or oblige to your social obligations, duties and responsibilities. So manage your professional front, manage your social life, friend life accordingly. But I would say guys, that for the enhancement of reputation, for more project comings to you, for more projects coming to you. Regarding that front, this month is very favorable for all the Scorpio Lagna natives. Moving ahead, guys, now for all the Sagittarius Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, definitely to start with, Saturn, which is considered as very favorable whenever it is transiting from the air houses and specifically from the third house. So Saturn, which has been lately retrograde, finally it is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in the very first week of the November only. So which in itself will kickstart lot of yours much awaited dream projects. Nothing could be better than that. If you're already working in the fields of sales, media, marketing, this could be a very favorable time for you. Second thing is that, guys, and little bit concern over here is that because during this month a lot many planets are going to be now coming out of your 11th house, and now they are going to be getting concentrated and transiting from your 12th house. So guys, because like the way I always say this thing, it hardly matters which house it is. What matters is in which dignity planets are placed over there. So nothing could be better than that. If you are right now in your life's undertaking, all of your priorities and your aspirations are connected with the 12th house. Anything to do with the foreign land, import export business, spirituality, spiritual retreat and all. So regarding that front, this month could be a very important game changer for you. Second thing is that, guys, because even if you will give attention to the nature of the planets which are going to be transiting from your 12th house. So Mars, which is a favorable planet for you, Sun is also favorable planet for you, but Mercury is also going to be kind of in a agitated state, being transiting from the 12th house in the Scorpio sign. So one thing is for sure that, guys, pertaining to the matters of your commercial decision making, commercial undertaking, any of the conflict, if you're already going through within your marriage or even within the business partnership as well, so the more transparent you will remain, the better it is going to be for you. This month's energy is not very favorable for you to get embroiled into any of the controversy and all, because, guys, I always say this thing that whenever planets are strengthened in your 12th house, hidden enemies and all those powers which are not visible tend to remain at their strongest. So it will be much better for you to take a very diplomatic approach, because, guys, like the way you can say this thing that because Venus is going to be transiting from your 10th house, but it is debilitated over there. So guys, my overall suggestion to the Sagittarius Lagna natives for this month is that try to take a very diplomatic approach at your work front. Focus more on your work, and let's say, for example, if your aspirations are connected with the 12th house, then this could be a very empowering time for you. But in general, taking out time for charities, donation, and refraining from becoming a part of any controversy is somehow suggested for all the Sagittarius Lagna natives. Now, guys, for all the Capricorn Lagna natives, so, guys, in your case now, as you can see that during this month or at the first week of this month, your ascendant lord is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your second house. That in itself is a very good energy. That in itself tells about that any of the concerns of family assets or wealth or finances, where lately you have been finding yourself struck or being in a deadlock situation, you will definitely find a clarity over there. Second thing is that, guys, because as you can see now that all the planets are going to be shifting to your 11th house. So, guys, one thing is for sure that for all the Capricorn Lagna natives, this month will definitely create a very good dhan, like wealth giving Raj Yoga kingly combination for the Capricorn Lagna natives. So again, guys, with that said, in your life or in your life endeavors, that has to kind of fit as well. So let's say, for example, if you already are a owner of a very big business, you are in next couple of weeks you're planning to acquire a new business or start your business operations in a new territory and all of that. So if in whichever capacity you are planning or thinking to scale up or kind of diversify yourself, so this month will definitely provide you right set of launch pad and platform and support from all around you. Second thing is that, guys, and the only concern for this month for the Capricorn Lagna native is that Venus, which becomes your Yokarka planet, that is going to be debilitated in your 9th house. But again, guys, this is a month of Diwali where the worship of goddess Lakshmi generally brings very good results. So I would say that in a way, because guys, when it comes down to specifically the first house and the ninth house, I've seen over there, no matter in which capacity planets are placed or transiting from the first house, our personality resonate the qualities of that planet, and from the ninth house, there is kind of a divine protection that irrespective of a planet being debilitated, it still can manifest good results. And nothing could be better than that, guys, if you are actually going to utilize the traits or attributes of devotion in order to please Venus through the worship of goddess Lakshmi. So yes guys, recitation of Shri Suktam will become very important for you, and I would say that there could be some sort of discomfort or inconvenience to people while taking travels, or there could be some misunderstanding with the father as well. But apart from that, guys, pertaining to the matters of the wealth and finances, I would say this is a very lucky month for all the Capricorn Lagna natives. Now guys, for all the Aquarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, definitely now, as you can see that Saturn, which has been transiting in a retrograde motion from the past couple of months, will finally be coming out of its retrograde motion in your first house. That in itself is a very good news. So let's say for example, lately you have been finding yourself blocked or not being able to function with the best of your capabilities. This sudden transition in the motion of the planet Saturn will be a harbinger of a good news for you. Now guys, as you have already seen this thing, that because when it comes down to the Aquarius, like Saturn and Rahu, they both tend to play a very significant role. So now Rahu would have already transited to your second house. So pertaining to the matters of your finances, wealth, new initiatives, this month will definitely provide you the right set of platform and launchpad. Because guys, although Jupiter is considered as in the Mandakaraka sthana, whenever it is transiting or placed in the third house, but still Jupiter left alone from the third house can also initiate some new projects, some new new plans in your life as well. And also guys, during this month, if you will pay attention, lot many planets are now going to be transiting from your 10th house, because planet Mars, planet Sun, after the second half of the month, they all are going to be concentrated in your 10th house as well. So definitely guys, if you are in any sort of leadership role, and let's say for example you are in a very high pressure job where there is a lot of multitasking which is required, or dealing and collaborating with the important prominent people is needed, or giving public performances is an integral part of your line of work, so this month will definitely prove to be a game changer for lot many Aquarius Lagna natives. So again guys, with your first house and 10th house being empowered, and from the 10th house, 10th house lord aspecting the first house, that in itself means that this is a kind of a typical yoga where people have been seen doing some lifetime work, very important projects, and getting rewarded for the good deeds done by them. So it's a kind of a very fortunate time which you guys are going. Again guys, it all comes down to individual to individual. If you're actually in that stage of your life, or let's say for example you're running some supporting dasha as well, so transit will definitely provide you right set of impetus, right set of push which you will be needing. The only concern over here is that guys, during this month, your Yokaraka planet Venus is going to be debilitated in your 8th house. So over here I would say that just because the kind of good yoga you guys are going through, do not get distracted because of indulgences, because Venus being debilitated or agitated in the 8th house many times takes our energy, our focus towards all these kind of questionable things as well, all these kind of lascivious things as well. So my concern over here is that specifically for the Aquarius Lagna natives, you have to remain very respectful towards the females with your actions, with your mind, with your thought process. And apart from that guys, pertaining to the matters of your professional accomplishment, this month will definitely provide you right set of support. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case now, as you can see that Saturn will come out of its retrograde motion in your 12th house at the first week of this month only. So that in itself guys is a very good indication, specifically if in your line of work, in your professional interest, 12th house is getting applicable. anything to do with import export work, foreign travel, immigration. So I would say that all those people can actually find a positive thrust coming in the matters of their professional aspiration. Second thing is that guys, during this month, as you can see that lot many planets are going to be getting concentrated in your ninth house. So again guys, for anything to do with the foreign land, for the travel, or taking admission in a foreign university and something, so any of the foreign element seems to be working out a lot in your favor during this month. Guys, try to understand this thing. The chief significator of the foreign entity, Rahu, have now transited to your first house, and over and above that, Saturn in the 12th, and all these planets like Mars, Sun after the second half of the month, and Mercury transiting from your ninth house. That in itself is a very good indication. So let's say for example, if in any of your professional endeavors you have to undertake any travel, or you have to personally go and meet people, so that will definitely work out in your favor. Second thing is that guys, the only one area of concern for the Pisces Lagna native is that Venus, which in your case becomes your 8th house lord, is going to be transiting in your 7th house, and it is going to be debilitated in the major portion of the month. So guys, as you know this thing that Venus getting debilitated, a lot many problems which you will face during this month, that might be because of your own reckless action or high expectation within the matrimonial life, or this could be in any of the partnership related concerns as well. So yes guys, that is the only one thing which I want to warn you or caution you against, that try to remain very realistic, very respectful within your matrimonial bond. But apart from that guys, like the way I mentioned this thing, for travel, for learning, for any sort of good experiences, or receiving the right advices from the important people point of view, this month is actually creating a very favorable energy for all the Pisces Lagna natives. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for the vibration and energy of this month, which all the planets are creating for all the rising signs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine signs of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.